Hi everyone, it's me Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. As you can see behind me, Asda has just dropped off my weekly food shop, which means it's time for a weekly food shop haul. Now this week there's a twist because as you can see, there is a lot of Exceptional by Asda products because we are testing quality over quantity this week. We're going to run through, see how much I spent, what I picked up, and what meals I'm planning to make this week, guys. So if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing down below if you haven't already. It'd mean a lot to me. And without further ado, let's dive into it. Now, in one of my recent weekly food shop hauls, I basically shopped the entire Just Essentials by Asda range to test out their basics basically and see if there was any swaps that I could take into my everyday shopping. That video got mixed reviews. There were some of you that were saying, bringing up the point of like, we're going for quantity over quality here, and others were saying how they use the products as well and they really like them and it's great if you're on a budget. And some people don't have a choice as to whether they can shop for quantity or quality. Like sometimes we just have to get the most for our money. I'm a single mum with 3 kids. Sometimes I don't have an option. Like I just have to get the most amount of food for my kids and for me and do it with the little money that I have. That's just the reality sometimes, unfortunately. But it did get me thinking, and I thought for 1 week, let me see if I can get quality over quantity this week and see how much I can actually make my budget spread. So usually I have a budget of up to £100 a week. I do tend to try and do my food shopping for like £60 to £70 on average a week, just so that I can have a little bit of extra money for other things that I might need for me and my kids. So that is sort of like my average is £60 to £70, but I do have up to £100 to spend. But I thought this week, let's see how far I can stretch that £100 and see if I can do all of my meals, not everything in my shopping because that would have been extortionate, but I thought let's see if I can do all of my dinners for me and my 3 kids this week using only the Exceptional by Asda range and see if it is as good quality. I'm going to be filming making the dinners and I'll be doing a whole taste test and just seeing the portion sizes, the quality of the food, and doing a full taste test for you. That video is going to be coming on Friday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's see how much I spent first and foremost, and then let's dive in, see how much I got for my money, and see what meals I'm planning to make. There were quite a few substitutes and unavailables on this shop, so if it gets a bit confusing, I do apologise. There were 2 completely unavailable that weren't substituted. That was an Exceptional by Asda cauliflower cheese, and also Exceptional by Asda Hasselback potatoes, which I actually ordered 2 of, but that's fine. I can work without those this week. Then I had 3 substitutions, only 1 of which I've sent back. So I ordered some Exceptional by Asda pigs in blankets. They sent the Asda's own pigs in blankets. It was just an add-on to my roast dinner, so I sent those pigs in blankets back. Then we had the Exceptional by Asda 4 British quarter-pounder burgers. They sent me the Asda's own burgers, but I've had to keep those and use those as a meal because otherwise I wouldn't have had another dinner. And then I ordered 2 bolognese sauces in the Exceptional range, and they sent me another different 2 pasta sauces, which is absolutely fine. I can still do that with my meatball and spaghetti dinner. That's absolutely fine. It's basically bolognese sauce but with some chili added in. But let's see what that did to my total spend. So my shopping total for this week was £117.90. With multi-buy savings, I saved £2.98. I then used an Asda's reward app voucher. I've been saving up my Asda rewards and I thought I would use that as well to keep it under the £100. So I used £14.10 off of my Asda rewards voucher, meaning the total spent this week was £100.82. But then we also had the pigs in blankets that I actually sent back, so I'm going to get refunded £2.74 for that. So the total that I actually spent this week was £98.08. It wasn't actually as expensive as I thought it was going to be, but there are definitely some expensive items in here, and I definitely haven't got as much food as I would usually get on my shopping. I think I got 1 dessert, 6 dinners, and then our breakfast and lunches. There wasn't really any room for extra snacks and treats and things like that, like I normally would. So let's run through and see what I got, starting with the frozen bits. There's only 2 frozen items this week. We have 2 beer battered cod fillets. These were £4.50. This is going to be a dinner for just me and my daughter this week when my boys are at their dad's house and I only need to feed the 2 of us. So yeah, beer battered cod fillets. I'm really excited to see the quality of these. They sound delicious and they feel pretty hefty in here as well, I must admit. They are really big portions. And then for our roast dinner, I've got some roast potatoes, frozen ones, and these are the beef dripping roast potatoes. And these were £2.44. Yes, I could have just used normal potatoes as well, but I've already got a 2 kilo pack and I've got 2 dinners set for those already. So I needed some extra roast potatoes, but yeah, those are my 2 frozen items. Let's pop these away and then jump into the chilled items. Let's go for all the non-exceptional goods first. I've got a 6 pint of whole milk for £2.40 and a 4 pint of semi-skim milk for £1.65. For fruit this week, I've got a 6 pack of bananas for 94p, and then I've got 2 6 packs of apples from the Just Essentials range, and these are 99p each. I got a creamy Greek style yogurt 1 kilo pot. I've been using this to make my daughter some smoothies recently, and the boys absolutely love the smoothies as well, so I got another kilo pot of that to carry on making smoothies this week. This was £1.65. And then for the boys pack lunches, I've got a 10 pack of pork sausage rolls. This was £2.97. I've got 2 6 packs of Wildlife Tube variety yogurts, and these were 94p each. Then got a 10 pack of peperamis for £2.37, and then 2 packs of 4 cheese strings for £1.75 each. That's everything in the chilled section for non-exceptional goods. Now let's dive in and see what I got in the Exceptional by Asda range. I actually have 2 products that weren't exceptional hidden in the back. So we've got a 99p whole cucumber, and we've got the 4 quarter pounder beef burgers that were substituted instead of the exceptional ones, and these were £3.77. Now for our exceptional meats, I've got 2 packs of sausages. These were in the 2 for £5 range, so I've got both of these for £5. We've got 6 classic pork sausages. This is 90% pork content in these. And then we've got caramelised red onion pork sausages, and these are 77% pork content. I'm going to be doing these in a fry-up dinner this week. The exceptional eggs weren't available when I was doing my shopping, but we're just going to ignore that. I'm going to add normal eggs onto the fry-up, and we're just going to taste test like the meat and everything. To go along with our fry-up, we've got some exceptional bacon, and this is 8 oat smoked back bacon rashers. These were £3.47. These were in the 2 for £5 as well, but I didn't have anything else on there that I wanted to purchase this week, so I just stuck with paying full price for this. But yeah, the bacon looks great. Really excited to add that into our fry up. Now I had to get 2 packs of the wild garlic chicken Kievs because there's only 2 in here, and obviously I'm feeding me and my 3 kids. I needed to get 2 packs. That's one thing I will know. I think some of the exceptional range isn't made for families. Like, I've had to get 2 of these, and they were £4.98 each, meaning I've paid £9.96 for 1 meal just for some chicken Kievs. It feels too expensive for me when I can normally make my meals for me and my 3 kids between £3 and £6 a meal. So this is quite a lot for me to spend on one dinner, and it's only for the main part of the dinner. It's not even the full dinner. So it seems like too much, but we are gonna have to taste test and see the quality of these because the wild garlic sounds delicious. And then doing a spaghetti meatball dinner, and for that we've got some Italian inspired 12 meatballs. These were £4.72, and they're a blend of pork and beef. So they're 55% beef and 35% pork for these. They've got some Italian herbs in there as well. I think they sound amazing, but we're gonna have to see if they're worth the price in the taste test. And then we've got our roast dinner joint of meat, and this was £8.23. It's an almost 400 gram lamb rump joint, and it has garlic, sea salt and black pepper on it as well. It does look like a really good cut of lamb. Very small though to feed me and the 3 kids, but we will manage. I love lamb. It's not something I get regularly because of the cost of it. Again, this is almost 2 dinners for me in 1 joint of beef without anything extra on the side, which is why I tend to not get joints of meat that often on my budget. A whole chicken and things like that is normally my stretch, but I thought we'd treat ourselves this week and get this lamb joint. Also, to go alongside our roast dinner, I've got the exceptional Yorkshire puddings, and these are beef dripping Yorkshire puddings. There's only 4 in here, so obviously we're only going to be able to have 1 each, and these were £2.12. Now I could have got another packet obviously and given us 2 Yorkshire puddings each, but for £2.12 I thought no, let's just stick with 1 each. Now for all the veg that's going to go alongside these dinners. First we've got the Aromatico tomatoes. I don't think I've ever had such a fancy name tomato in this house. These were £2.07. I'm going to use these alongside our fry up this week. I've then got some purple sprouting broccoli. This is to go alongside alongside our roast dinner, and this is £1.77. I've got some tender stem broccoli tips. This was £1.14, and these are going to go alongside our beer battered cod this week. Then got some garlic and parmesan baby potatoes. These are going to go alongside our tender stem broccoli and our beer battered cod, and these were £2.47. I've then got a 2 kilo pack of British potatoes. These were £1.97. They're all really big chunky potatoes, so I'm not too mad at it. I'm going to use half of this pack for mashed potato this week to go alongside our wild garlic chicken Kievs, and the other half I'm going to make some homemade chips to go alongside our burgers. We've then got baby portobello mushrooms, and these were £1.48, and I'm going to use these for our fry-up dinner this week. Then got some hand-picked extra fine beans for £1.47, and these are going to go alongside our roast dinner this week. And then we've got this pack, which was £2.23, and it's asparagus and tender stem broccoli tips, and we're going to serve this alongside our mashed potato and our chicken Kievs. And then for our last few chilled items, we got 2 hand-stretched caramelized red onion and mozzarella flatbreads. These were £2, and I'm going to serve these alongside our spaghetti meatball dish this week. Then got some exceptional extra mature cheddar. This was 300 grams for £3, a bit more expensive than I'd normally pay for cheese, but I'm really excited to incorporate this into some meals and see how it tastes compared to my usual mature cheddar purchases. With my fry up, I want to have some buttered toast, so I had to pick up some butter. This is the exceptional sea salted spreadable with West Country British butter. This is only 250 grams. It's a very small tub, and this was £3.16. That's a painful purchase for me, considering how much I normally spend, like just over £2 on like a 500 gram pack that's really close to like tasting like Lurpak. Hopefully this is some incredible butter and worth the money. And then for our special dessert this week after our roast dinner on Sunday, we're going to be having this strawberry and clotted cream cheesecake. This looks phenomenal. I love a cheesecake. I've been let down with cheesecakes from supermarkets in the past. I'm hoping the exceptional range pulls through, because this was £5.48, which is a lot for a cheesecake. So I'm hoping this is phenomenal, but it sounds amazing and it looks really pretty. Right, that's all my chilled items, guys. I'm gonna pop all these away in the fridge, and then we're diving into non-food items and food cupboard bits. I've only got 2 non-food items this week. I've got some Asda paracetamol that I needed for the house. This was 65p. And then I got the Asda Little Angel size 6 plus 32 nappy pants for £3.36. We've got some Asda honey hoops for £1.04, and 24 wheat bisques for £1.80. And a 12 pack of hula hoops for £3.48 for the boys' lunches. Now for my bakery items, I got a 4 pack of brioche burger buns to go with our burgers, and these were £1.42. And then for our fry up, we've gone for some exceptional bread, and this is the white farmhouse loaf, and this is £1.47, almost double what I'd normally pay for a normal loaf of bread. But yeah, we're gonna have to test out the quality of this. It feels gorgeously soft and smells amazing. I can even smell it through the packet. And then for the actual food cupboard, I've only got 4 items, way less than I would normally have on a normal weekly food shop. I have some exceptional Italian spaghettoni, which I'm assuming is spaghetti. I'm really hoping it is. It feels like spaghetti. And this was £1.70. And then for our substituted sauces to go with our spaghettoni, I ordered some bolognese sauces. They weren't available, so they sent the arrabbiata, which is a pasta sauce with spicy chili flakes. So I'm excited. I think it's still going to be a lovely dinner. I think the kids are going to absolutely love it. On the pricing, however, it's saying both of them were £3.25, which can't be right because it wouldn't divide by 2, but I'm assuming it's around £1.60 to £1.70 each for these. It's saying I got both of them for £3.25, unless they're on special offer, I'm not sure. But yeah, both of these cost me £3.25. And the last product I have is an exceptional beef gravy granules, because you cannot have an exceptional roast dinner without some exceptional gravy. This was £1.85, and I'm really hoping this is the best gravy I've ever tasted in my life, because that is an expensive gravy to me. Normally my gravy costs about 60-70p for a much bigger tub, and I don't know why, but the fact that this is a plastic pot really surprised me with the exceptional range. I'm not sure why it surprised me that it's plastic, but yeah, it's a plastic pot, and it's 200 grams of gravy granules in here. And yeah, that is it, guys. That is my exceptional by Asda food shop for this week. Like I said, guys, I am going to be filming meal reviews for these dinners, So I'm going to be filming 5 of these dinners. We're going to be breaking down the cost per meal, giving it a taste test, seeing the portion sizes, and just seeing the overall quality of these meals. If you do want to see that, then be sure to check out Friday's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on my shopping down below. Let me know what you'd like to see in future weekly shops, because I am loving this experimentation at the moment. I'm really trying and testing these ingredients and the food that's on offer to see what's the best for my family. And yeah, thank you for all the love and support on my channel at the moment, guys. It means the absolute world to me, and hopefully I'll see you really soon for another video. Take care. Bye.